Maxient is an online reporting system where you will document all policy violations and many resident interactions. Some of the resident interactions you may document include roommate conflicts and interactions regarding mental health, physical health, or sexual misconduct. The link to Maxient is located on the Residence Life Wildcat Sync portal. We will walk through completing a Maxient report. You will then view a scenario and complete your own Maxient report using the details from that scenario. When completing a report, you will first enter your full name and your position, either hall counselor or resident advisor. For this example, we will use the name Davidson Wildcat. You do not need to enter your phone number or physical address. You may enter your Davidson email address if you wish. For the nature of this report, let's select alcohol. It's most likely that you will use either alcohol or information. For the urgency, you will always select normal. Next, you will select the date of the incident as well as the time. The location of the incident is the building or area, and for this we'll use Centel for the building and room 201 as a specific area. When listing involved parties, we will only list the students who are alleged to have violated policy or are students of concern. You will not list any witnesses in this section. Instead, you will list the witnesses and the narrative below. If you and your secondary on-duty staff member encounter an incident, you will not list them as a witness in this section. You can include their name in the narrative. This is because if you, as a staff member, are listed as a witness in 5 different alcohol policy violations, you will have 5 reports attached to your name in Maxient. Unless I open each report, it appears as if you have 5 alcohol violations. You do not need to complete all of the demographic information. A name and the role is enough for your supervisor to process the report. An ID number can also be helpful if you have that information from their CAT cards. The narrative section is the most important section of a Maxient report. Always remember that your report becomes a part of a student's educational record. Therefore, a student may request access to the report, or it could become part of a legal process. It is imperative that you follow these steps. Always use the full title and name the first time you mention someone in an incident or an information report. For example, Hall Counselor John Johnson, Resident Jane Jones, Student Mary Martin, or Officer Sam Sampson. Always spell out the title the first time and indicate in parentheses the acronym you will be using the remainder of the report. For example, Hall Counselor and then in parentheses HC. Indicate the day and time at the beginning of the report. Do not make assumptions in the report. Do not say Resident Jones was drunk. Instead say Resident Jones's eyes were red, her speech was slurred, and she was leaning against the wall to walk. Talk in third person. Instead of saying, I knocked on the door, say Hall Counselor Johnson knocked on the door. Using pronouns throughout a report written in third person can become confusing. When it is unclear who he, she, or they refers to, use instead Resident Jones, Student Martin, etc. The supporting documentation section allows you to attach any photos you may have from the incident itself. You may have taken photos of the alcohol found in the room, weapons or other policy violations, or vandalism or damage to a community space. And lastly, you will confirm that you are not a robot and click Submit. You have now successfully submitted a Maxient report.